Hello, everyone. This is William Armstrong here with my surprise. This is an Acer Iconia tablet with Windows 10 Home Edition, a full version. This has a Intel Atom processor. It is a 1.8 gigahertz processor. It looks new. It's because it's in good condition. It has enough battery. It's fully charged to do everything I need, but I don't have the charger for this right now, but it's actually touchscreen capable, so I can actually swipe up and look around, and it's pretty cool. The internal storage is 64 gigabytes. This had Windows 8. I'm suspecting Windows 8 because Windows 8 computers and Windows 7 are eligible for Windows 10 upgrades. Still to this day, if you already have a computer that's Windows 7 or Windows 8, in 2020, if you still have them, you can upgrade to Windows 10, and this is useful as an internet tablet. But I'm not doing anything intensive on here, just to use it to look at email, pull up websites, and do stuff. But this uses gestures, it's touch, multi-touch. So I can right-click by long pressing for a couple of seconds and pull up the context menu. I can tap. I can pull up the Edge browser, which is going to be right there. There's the File Explorer. So basically, this is a touch-enabled computer. I can click and drag by tapping. This has a 32-bit of Windows 10 just because it's using 2 gigs of RAM. 32-bit requires 2 gigs of RAM. 64-bit requires a little more higher RAM than that. But luckily that this is not a problem with me because it's an Intel Atom. I prefer a low-powered machine that is energy efficient, that isn't going to draw a lot of power. The sockets is one socket. There is 2 cores, and there's 4 logical processors for 2 cores. And now to change the view, I tap and select change graph to logical processors. 1, 2, 3, 4 cores, or 4 processors, but 2 cores, so it's a 2-core machine. The memory is limited to 2 gigabytes at a time. The GPU uses some of the available memory. There's 954 megabytes of RAM available. There's 99 megs in use. This uses eMMC, so the storage performance is going to be a little slower, but the startup time, let's see, if we do a full cold boot, a full shutdown, restart, we're going to see how long it takes to start. Restart. Here it is. It is now restarting. I have the included connector with it, which is a tablet type thing, a type keyboard. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Let's see. I'm back. And the startup and shutdown time, restart time for the computer was not that long. That didn't take long. Right when I was getting ready to go get the accessory that came with it, it just went from the startup screen, from the Acer logo all the way to the welcome screen, so which was quick. That was a quick startup and restart time. Was that fast? Ignore my dog that's barking in the background if you can hear him. It came attached with the keyboard accessory, but connecting the two is going to be a little tricky. So I can connect the two together. There, it's successfully merged. This is what it looks like fully merged. In the touchpad, is not necessarily jumpy. I can turn the brightness up and down with this. So I'm going to turn the brightness up a little bit. And now the touchpad is actually pretty smooth. And I have 100% battery remaining, even though I don't have the charger for it. I can still use this currently at the moment as a machine until I can go online and get the correct charger for the Acer Iconia tablet. The voltage is 12 volts, 1.5 amps it needs. It uses a proprietary connector. On the sides, you can see that there is micro HDMI, there is micro USB OTG, SD card, speakers on both sides. Right there. In the top, you've got your headphone jack, rotation lock, power. You've got your undocking switch right there that releases it. Right here's your charging port that charges it. And also this right here is the USB port. This is a single USB port which you can use a mouse with, a keyboard with. This has Bluetooth capabilities, so I could pair this thing up with it and play a little bit of a Sega Genesis emulator with. I could actually sync the two together and do it that way. And things like that. The touchpad responsiveness so far is pretty smooth. It's not jumping about. I've seen some YouTube videos on reviews of this unit, some older videos, and some people have said the touchpad jumps everywhere, but that's not with me. It's not jumping with me. I can move the touchpad with confidence, and it's not popping and zipping about on the screen like all randomly and sporadically. I can actually fold this all the way down or fold this all the way back. I turn it to the other way. This does get a little warm when a little bit of CPU load is applied to it, but I can actually bend it backwards like that. And I can have it standing up like that with the keyboard facing down. Obviously, it is actually pretty great. And the battery, the keyboard portion right here is low because this doesn't have a charge, but this right here does not. So you can see it's flashing red for this little portion of it, but the top half has plenty of battery. The dot connector does extend battery life. Well, the little dot connector has a built-in battery here that can extend it. And notice it has the Euro symbol. This has the Alt-GR. And it's got the Euro symbol because this keyboard's like a Euro-American keyboard, a little bit of a hybrid, just with that Alt-GR button followed by the Euro key with the Euro number 5. So I do need to get a charger to charge this portion up, but this portion's fine until I can score a charger. But other than that, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. And this is William Armstrong signing out. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. And this is the surprise that I was talking about.